Good morning. It's another beautiful day in the city of Gombe, and we are here with another interesting episode in Deep Dive. Guess what we're talking about today? Business. It's one thing that a lot of people want to engage in. Everybody wants to be a CEO, everybody wants to I run a business. Behind the glam of the social media facade and everything, there's actually the real stories that goes behind the scene, the struggles, the sleepless nights, the failed ideas. So we're going to be discussing that in this episode. And to help with the conversation, I have two amazing personalities who are doing excellently well in their various fields. I have Mr. Victor and Mrs. Zainab. It's good to have you in our midst today, Ma, and welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Thank you. So before we go, let's meet you properly. Who is Mrs. Zainab?
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I am Zainab Bafa. I am a social media and knowledge monetization coach and the founder of Map Academy, which is an online academy that teaches stay-at-home moms and women entrepreneurs how to make money online from what they sell and what they do. So basically, that's what we do.
That's a lot.
It is, trust me.
We'll go deep into it. Let's learn from your experience. Mr. Victor.
All right. My name is Mr. Victor Meruche, as she's rightly said, and I'm the creative director and the MD of Nazem World Media Enterprise, fondly known as Nazem Print, because in Nazem World we have three cadre. We have the Nazem Print, we have Nazem Branding and Publicity, and then we have Nazem Publications that deals with book publishing, magazines, and all those stuff. But rightly, what we are building on first, we're starting with that first phase as the Nazem Print. So, and we help businesses, organizations, and individuals, personal brands, individuals, and corporate organizations to be seen, to be known, and to be heard. So that's what we do at Nazem World.
You can already tell that we are in for a lot today. I have these people who are well spoken and well experienced in their various fields. So for someone who is just thinking of starting a business or already running a business, this is a conversation you would want to miss. So stick with us as we go deep into the world of running a business in Nigeria. So before we go fully into the conversation, I would want to ask, if you are not doing business, if you are not doing what you are doing currently, what would you have been doing? If you're not a coach, you're not a social media coach and helping women and small businesses, what would Mrs. Zainab be doing?
Well, probably aside any business. You mean any business?
Yes.
Well, I would have been a lecturer.
Wow.
Yeah, because I love teaching.
Okay.
I love teaching.
And that's what she does with Map Academy.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Victor, what would Mr. Victor be without as a word?
Well, it would have been two shades though.
Okay.
I would have been a classroom teacher because I was a classroom teacher for 10 years.
Wow.
Yes, and that's formal education.
Okay.
I was teaching a secondary school, and after that I've been teaching as well. I still teach. So, but aside that, another thing I would be doing, if not business, I would have been an entertainer. Yeah.
It's like you
I
give
love
us
to
some
act.
entertainment today.
No, not today. I love to act and
Interesting.
I sing as well.
This one you will sing for us before you leave the studio. We want to hear your voice.
That's a hidden talent, Kina.
Yeah, so I would have been an entertainer though.
So you see, you're intelligent, talented, and smart man. You are telling us behind the scene that you are not smart. Okay. So what's that one customer experience you will not forget in a hurry as a business owner?
The customer experience.
Yes. Okay, maybe you've had to deal with a customer that was challenging, something that if you think about it, it's
Well, it's in two phases because most times my transactions with my clients, I own the table. You
okay.
understand? Most times I give them what to do, and sometimes I feel that experiences and responses are induced. It depends on how you translate what you're doing. So I've not really had any customer or client that tried to bully or become arrogant in course of our transactions. Even when I failed, because sometimes you ought to disappoint your clients. I always have a way around it, and we always have an understanding point where we tend to give excuses for each other's shortcomings. So I've not really had that customer or client that really, you know, became quite threatening to what I do. So because most conversations I own the table, you understand? So that's that.
So I think this is actually an interesting aspect. Do you
Yeah,
agree that running business, there's no way you will not disappoint.
at
But what
all.
matters is, as a business owner, what you do when
Yes.
that. So it's not a thing of perfection. It's
It's
the
not. We're all
excellence.
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your own experience like?
Well, for me, it's kind of similar because I haven't had any customer that, maybe tried to do something really nasty or, being arrogant or stuff like that. The only experience I usually have with my students is sometimes they're too demanding.
Hmm.
You know, they're too demanding. There are people that would call you at any time. Definitely, did they like you have your boundaries and all that, but they feel like because I'm a kind of a friendly coach, if I would say that I'm not the kind of tough coach
Yeah,
you,
you're
you get.
actually a very friendly
So,
person.
so with that personality, a lot of students take advantage of that. She's nice, she's that, because we usually have like normal conversations here and there, so they feel very comfortable with me. So they see that they have access, so they would use that access a lot. So they can call me anytime. I would just see their calls around 11 p.m. They'll be like, what? Just to ask me a question? Hold on. Let our time. So, yeah, so that's the only thing I would say.
Okay, that's been.
Yeah, I would like
Regarding
to
that.
point something, putting it in perspective. An incident I had with two clients.
Okay.
One was a particular client that, most times in our line of business, you don't determine the total outcome of
True.
what you get. Especially sometimes when you do your settings on the printing machines and all those stuff, when you miss a particular color setting, it can affect the outcome of the
Okay.
printing. So I had this customer that, did a large volume of, printing, and it did the thing didn't come out well. Because my promise is what I send you as a sample is what you're going to get. So the thing didn't come out. What I did was I just took it to her. I pleaded. I said, please, I'm not going to deliver this. I'm going to reprint it. I apologize for that. Although it obstructed what she wanted to do with it at the moment. So, but because of the way I made the approach, she also understood and said, okay, no problem. So, but afterwards, she now called and said she no longer need those, but she needed something else.
Wow.
And that thing she needed was even more expensive than what
Then
I did. You understand? And I didn't allow her to bear the cost. I bought the cost, and
Wow.
that's really, it was a loss and a gain because we had to do more
more
other
business.
jobs.
Yeah.
Then I also have another client that gave me a particular job, but because of the material that I needed to use for that particular job is not here in Gombe. I had to, get it from out of the state, and then the thing lingered. A job that was, it
Delivery
lingered for
challenge.
more than 4 months or thereabout.
Wow.
So, but somehow, even the client was saying, no problem, sir, no problem, sir. I understand, sir. It depends because I own the table, like I said. So it depends on how you relate with your clients. Like I told you, I don't play smart. I don't claim to be smart. I just tell you things the way it is.
Let me add something
Okay.
based on what he said from the first example you gave with your clients. I had similar experience as well, but I was the customer. It was one printing service there in Lagos, so I sent them my packages to print and all that. The same experience happened. The color was not right. The fonts and everything were not really visible, and it was a large order, high volume. So that particular vendor or
Yeah, vendor, yeah.
yeah, didn't do the way you
I did,
acted.
yeah.
Yes. So instead of hadn't been she actually pleaded and said, okay, sorry, it was our fault. We will do this again. Or even if they wouldn't bear the whole cost, she should maybe talk to me and say, okay, if I can maybe bring something
Yeah.
else so that we can work together again. But she didn't. She didn't. That
In my
was
line
how
of
she
business, I've bought a lot of cost. man.
honestly.
So it's
Very
safe
She
lot
to
of
didn't.
cost.
say
So
that
from that day, I never ever patronized her
I
again.
can only imagine.
Honestly, it was right now that as I'm speaking to you, They're there in my house. Nothing. I can't do
You can't
anything.
use it.
Exactly.
So
I
it's
had to
safe
change
to
the
change
printer.
and use
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say, as a business person, in dealing with clients and customers, your manner of approach is important.
Of
There's that
course.
saying that customers are king. I
It's
don't
not a
know
Are
if
complete
you
always
phrase.
right.
if it's
It's not a
all
complete phrase.
okay.
Customers are always right in the things, in the matters of choice, color, and whatever it is.
Wow.
Not
Okay.
that they are right over, no.
Customers are kings in the matter of choice, colors,
Yes,
And what they
that's
want.
what
and
you
what they
want to
want.
do.
Yeah.
So you are
Okay.
right with it.
So, but in essence, as a business person, there are certain things that are key in running business. It's not
Yeah.
just having good product,
Customer
your
service is really
manner,
important.
yes, your customer service. So it brings me, because a lot of Nigerians, right, we just want to run the business, and the idea of really going into business is just to make money.
That's was it.
Sometimes the beyond making money, there are things that goes into it, like you, from what you said, the quality of your service, the customer relationship, really, because that's what will make people come again and again. You've seen two different scenarios, as
Scenario.
how one vendor reacted to a failed transaction seemingly, and how you also reacted. What makes the difference is the manner.
Exactly.
So it's safe to say that as a business owner, you need to learn how to relate with clients.
Exactly. It's a skill.
Mm.
And that is why it's not it's not everybody that fits to become an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Yeah. Not everybody.
But now a lot of people just want to get the name CEO. And when I hear CEO, I was very
fancy,
particular as
that's
how
why.
you introduced yourself. I don't know if it was intentional. You didn't introduce yourself as CEO. It was more of a managing director.
Yes, I manage
So,
operations. Yeah.
That's
because
his role.
yes, we hear CEO, for me is Chief Executive
Officer,
Officer.
of course.
You can't be a chief when you don't even have other executive officers. You see
At
someone who is
all.
running
They are all solo entrepreneurs.
a one-man business.
Yeah.
CEO,
It's just the
CEO.
title. People just like to, bear that title because it's fancy.
Okay.
That's why.
So a lot, safe to say, people are drawn to the fancy side of running a business.
Exactly. They are solo
Until you get into the
entrepreneurs.
business.
Exactly. Until
The
you get
business
into
will
the
tell you it's
business.
not fanciful.
At all. It's
From
not.
experience.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay. So what's the difference between being an entrepreneur and a business owner? Is there a difference?
Yeah, of course, there is.
Okay.
An entrepreneur is someone that actually has structures put in place in their business, and they have, other people managing the businesses without them being present, right? But the business owner, you are doing literally everything.
You
I
are
would
the
say
business
yourself.
itself.
Yes, you are the business itself. It cannot run without you.
Okay.
So that's how I see the difference.
Okay.
And that is
something
what
to take
majority of small business owners are. They aren't entrepreneurs yet.
So we are
Yeah.
business,
We're
and there's no
business
shame
owners.
in saying you're a business owner,
At
right?
all. There is no, because it's a process, right? So you tend to grow from one stage to another.
Okay. So enjoy the process. Don't try to cut corners.
Okay, I
Yeah.
want to go a different direction.
Okay.
In the world today, we no longer have traders.
Hmm.
You understand?
Really?
There are
Yeah.
traders.
Well, know what I'm saying is, no, most people don't
claim to
like
be, yeah.
identifying themselves
Yeah.
as traders.
Yeah,
It's
true.
just
But
like this.
what they
You are a
do-
fashion designer or I'm a
Like
tailor.
what they do
True.
is trading as well.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of people, they post on their WhatsApp status every morning.
Yeah.
Up and grateful, we active, Petronas of today, and they sell you products and you give them money, and they just possibly do that, and they call themselves business owner. If you touch them now, they say they are CEO, whatever,
Yes,
whatever.
that's what we're talking
And
about.
the truth is, there is always difference between trading and business.
Okay.
You understand? Trading and business. And the difference is, just in layman definition, what is trade? Trade is the buying and selling of
So
goods
exchange of goods
and
for money.
services. You understand? That is trade. Now, when you talk about business, business encompasses both the aids to trade and the trade itself. So in business, you put into consideration the banking system, the financial projection, the marketing approach, the branding of the business. You understand what I'm saying? Staffing and all those things. This is the thing that encompasses business in itself. But when you are not putting all those things into considerations, all you do is that you make products available to people and they pay you for the product you have made available. You don't need to call yourself, and that is all you do every day.
Every
You wake
day.
up, you're a trader.
Wow.
You
So
understand?
now
So
there is a clear difference
Yes,
between being a trader, a business owner, and an entrepreneur.
of course.
Three different things. They can relate. One
Yeah.
person may seemingly be doing, is it possible that one person I can, in my line of duty every day, I am acting as a trader, I still
let's
run a
put it in
business?
perspective, but
Mm,
bringing illustrations into it because I
okay.
do that a lot. When you go to the market, let
Mm,
me use our local market here, Tunfre Market. You understand? You see somebody who is selling palm oil.
yeah.
Will you call that person a business person? The person is doing business, but that is
Yeah.
trade.
Okay.
You understand? That is trade. You see people who hawk biscuits and all those stuff.
That's
You
trade.
understand? So, and you look at somebody who owns, let me use, permit me if I don't know if there is going to be a bridge on the advertisement, 3 o'clock tulips. That is a business.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? That's a business. And the owner of the 3 o'clock tulips can also say that he's an entrepreneur because he's the
He
brain
is.
that
He
runs
He
the
is
is.
an
operations there. You understand what I'm
entrepreneur.
He
saying?
Yeah.
is. He
So these
is.
are the difference.
Okay.
And for instance, another example is when you talk about Bravo Nature Splash. You understand? She is running a business.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot, and you see people who do this, who sell T-shirts in the market. You know, that is, just own it. You're doing trade.
there is no shame.
There's no shame in what you're doing.
At all.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, you while you were talking, briefly mentioned something about branding, and I know that is your field.
Expected.
How important is branding in running business in today's world?
Let Mrs. Zena.
It's your
She's
own
the
now.
coach here.
No,
Okay,
no,
we'll do it this way as
no.
a coach. Let me hear your
It's
perspective.
your
Then,
own
as a
question.
business
You are the
person,
best person to answer this, honestly. Start.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
start like this.
Yeah.
You know, one of the mistakes a lot of people make is they don't understand the full concept of branding.
okay,
When you mention branding, what comes to their mind first
logo.
is logo,
Yeah,
color, and all those
packaging.
things. You understand? And that alone is brand identity.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
reason for logo, color, and all those things is to differentiate you from the saturated market of your industry.
From your
You understand? So that people can easily identify that this is this, this is this. You understand?
Yeah.
We have telecommunication companies. The reason why those telecommunication companies build on their brand colors and logos is for differentiation.
Identity.
You understand? MTN is yellow, Glow is green, and all those stuff. Airtel is red. Why do they have that? So that people can easily differentiate whichever one.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like noodles. Every noodle in the market is
Is
Indomie.
Indomie.
So
Yeah.
if you don't do your marketing well, you understand, alongside with your brand color and all those things, you tend to lose out in the game. Now, what is branding? Branding in one word, to make it very simple, is perception.
Okay.
What comes to people's mind when they think about you.
Exactly.
And shockingly, it's not even the product you sell.
Is
It's
the
the satisfaction, the
The
feeling
experience.
that they get. Why do people go to Vicky James to sew clothes? It's because of status.
the experience.
You understand? So she has successfully built a brand of Elite. You understand? When you tell somebody this clothes I'm wearing is Vodi, the way they look
There's
at
a way
you
they look
change.
at you like,
You understand?
Exactly.
And that is branding.
Yeah.
You understand? The perception people have over what you do. You understand? So that's why most times when I market Nazem, I don't market based on what I am,
What
the
you
services
do.
What
I'm.
you offer.
So I market based on what I want people to feel after they patronize me. Like what I told you, the illustration I gave you. It is a culture that no customer have the right to feel dissatisfied of our services. So we go any length to protect the name Nazem word. You understand? If it means us spending more to ensure that we do that, companies do that. Companies spend more to ensure that people perceive their. Let me give another illustration. If somebody is tagged a criminal and the person calls group of individuals, say, let us do contribution, these are the shit that people do. You understand?
Run, no.
No matter the affiliation that person have with any financial institution, you understand, there is always going to be this reservation that people will have on the integrity of this person keeping our money.
True.
You understand? Why? because of the brand the person have built for himself over the years. Remember, the perception people are having is not even on the product of the adashi.
It's the
It's the
person.
person. You understand? So the feeling, what comes to people's mind when they think about your brand.
So it says that before you would make your input, so from what you've said, I think one thing that has stuck to me is as a business owner, right? The value you have as a person and the value your business has is what directly or indirectly would form your customers' perception about you. So it's just safe to say the value you have as a business person is key to have the right set of values, because that's what people there's that saying, I can forget, people don't forget how you make them feel
Exactly.
easily.
The experience.
So what would you
Well, he has
say?
said it all literally because yes, branding is how people actually feel about you when your brand is being talked about really without you being there. So, for example, now the example he gave with Ricky James and all that, for example, iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So, how do people feel about iPhone? Do you get compared to, let's say, a normal Android phone? So that perception, that feeling the people get, that's what branding is all about. And that's what small business owners actually are lacking or not understanding. Because their only focus is, okay, how their product is being presented, how it looks, how it's, the colors and all that. They don't go beyond that. They are always stuck on the brand identity, They don't go beyond that, which is the branding. So like you said, the value, right? How people feel about you, the relationship with your customers, how you treat them, the culture in your
You run your
business, how you run
right?
your business, exactly. The experience customers have right from when they send you that DM to inquire about your product, to how you converse with them, to how you send the product to them, to how they get the product in a good condition, to how you follow up and see if the product they're satisfied or not. All these processes is all part of your branding. And that is where a lot of business owners miss out. Because what business owners are, small business owners from experience and all that, really focus on is when they get that order, that's all.
Just collect the
When
money
they
and that's the
when
end.
they get the order, that's all. Like when they get the order, you make the payment, they just ghost you. Some will ghost you. Like you have to call them or follow up, chat them for several hours before they respond that okay, your item is with the rider, and that's all. They don't really care about whether you've received your order or not. They'll be like, it's with the rider. Continue talking to the rider, right? So that is very, very wrong. And a lot of small business owners lose customers because of this attitude.
Wow, I think so far I told you that we are in for a lot. From two people who are safe to say lecturers and teachers, and we'll be going deep. So let's go to, you mentioned something about DM, and it's safe to say for the running business in our generation right now, it's has literally almost become an online thing.
You see our
Absolutely.
generation in
Almost,
Nigeria? Okay,
sir.
generation.
Yeah, generation. It's not just a Nigerian
Is
thing. Right
that
now, I can
it's
sit here and I make another from China.
of
That's
course
where we
the
have the
thing
like
is
Temu, and it's now
digital
more.
economy has made it easy for businesses not to play small. So your phone is literally your store,
Wow.
and location, geography is not really a barrier, and you can build big businesses wherever you are. You don't have to be in big places, Lagos, Abuja, or any other place in the world to actually build a business. Your store, your phone is your store. Your phone is your customer management. You can use your phone to literally do everything right now in the digital economy. So that is why I would say to run a business now in this day and age, it's kind of a bit easier than
Okay.
say 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of easier because we have the resources. We have the resources right now to run business smoothly, structurally, and all that. When you know the right tools to use in your business, it's going to be so much easier, honestly, for you to actually do that seamlessly, to manage your customers. Let me give you an example. For example, now, for e-commerce businesses, right? You can literally set up a store, an online store, where people can actually place their orders. They don't have to come to you physically wherever you are. They can just literally go to your website, place an order, and then you deliver the items to them. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to see your customer data, right? from your website, the name of the customer, their number, how they order the products, the item that they ordered, the fast selling item, the low selling product, all those things. You'll be able to see that seamlessly without you having to calculate manually. Yeah, you can literally just see that data graphically, visually, so that you can make informed decision about your business. So it's actually easy now with the resources that we have to run business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the use of social media or your online presence, stores, and various social media platforms, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about visibility.
Visibility
business.
is the new currency.
But this is the angle I want to come in from. Does visibility automatically transcend to sales? Because I think there is a difference. You can have that viral moment. Everybody sees your content, you're in everybody's mouth. Does that online visibility and virality automatically translate to sales
No,
as a business owner?
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't really translate to sales all the time. It depends on the kind of content that went viral, right? And we were talking about visibility and virality. These are kind of, I would say, two different things, if I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because virality, you can just go viral one time, and then that's all.
That's
You know how
the end.
social media is. You can trend for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week,
Something
and
else
then
comes up
that's
and-
all. Exactly. Nobody will mention you again. But visibility, when you build that online presence really well on probably one particular platform or all the platforms, that would translate to sales most of the time when you do it right. Yes, when you do
So
it
there
right.
is
you
a
can't-
right way
exactly,
to do it.
Exactly. There is a right way to do it. So when you position yourself really well on social media, you do your content, you're consistent, you probably run your ads and all that, and your product is good, you have good customer service, all those things are put in place, you have structure and all that. Yeah, visibility, you would actually see the result of that, because like I said earlier, visibility is the new currency right now. If you're not visible online, for example, now, let's say you make the best party jollof rice here in Gondo, the best, but you're not visible. And then somebody, maybe let's say, okay, you are visible, you have your social media presence and all that, but you are not actively visible, right? People don't know about you. And then vendor B, her jollof rice is not as good, as
Good as
tasty
mine.
as yours, but she's more active than you. She
She
runs
would
ads.
get more people
Exactly,
patronizing.
than you. So it's not all about having the best product that wins. Sometimes the how will I say, the worst product with the loudest marketing, you can win a very good product.
Wow.
Okay, let me come up from this part. Visibility, in its layman understanding, is exposure.
Yeah.
Expose. And but in business, when you become viral, if you're building rubbish, you're exposed.
True.
If you're building rightly, you're exposed.
Yeah.
So one of the things I always advise, because the essence of this conversation is for people to learn the
Yeah.
best way to operate.
Yes.
I feel that we need to understand what is the essence of being visible. Why do people choose to be visible? Visibility, to me, I feel is best suitable for building trust in the heart of people. You understand? So, but it is now, advertising is different from marketing.
Yes. Yes.
You understand? So people glamour more on advertising than they go for marketing. Marketing is for conversion. Advertising is for the visibility you're talking
Awareness,
about.
yeah.
Okay.
You understand?
Advertising is to create awareness.
Awareness,
While
yes.
marketing is what
Yes,
translates.
you cannot say you're a marketer when you cannot convert.
True.
You understand? So, but you can say you're an advertiser. Nobody will. How many
Man
people
is just
heard
to
about
create
it?
the visibility.
Yes,
for
you say how many people heard about us today? About 100 persons heard about us. You have done your
Done
job.
your job.
Yeah.
So now the marketing team, we have 100 persons who have done this. Do a follow up on them. Try to convert them to become customers.
Customers.
You understand? So that is where. So why do people go viral? If you do it right, you go viral for trust. And the first contact of business when you are dealing with customers is for customers to trust that you can deliver.
True.
So when they trust you, there is nothing they cannot buy from you.
Especially in this online space.
You understand? So,
Trust is really
and that's
key.
why, personally, in Nazem, if you go online, you will not see a lot of our work online. Reason being that there are a couple of structures that we need to put in place, you understand, before we launch out. See, this is a personal opinion. It's not counsel for any
But
other
why?
person. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you, why? Why are you not building your online presence? So
that's
how many years have you been in business?
Is it Nazem
Yes,
or
the
me
Nazem,
personally?
the Nazem Prince.
Okay,
Yes,
Nazem
sir.
Prince have been in business for, let's say, 1 year this year.
1 year, and you are not building your online presence?
No, we are online. What I'm saying
But you
is,
said when we go
what I'm
online,
saying
we
is,
won't
the
see your work.
reason we
Well, why?
mellow down, you understand? For instance, if Nazem Print comes to you, Madam Zina, you cannot say no to us.
I like
the
the confidence.
confidence.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
like the confidence.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Uh-huh,
If I come to you, you cannot say no. You know
Why?
why? When I come to, maybe you come, you say you want to do something. We don't just discuss with you on that thing you want to do. We look beyond what you want to do. What more can this thing you want to do bring?
Giving you
Is this
extra
thing you want?
value.
Do you
Extra
know?
value, yeah. I
Do
get
you
it.
know? A client have called me and said they want to do flyers for something they wanted. You know, there is a campaign they want to run. In course of our conversation, we ended up not doing the flyer again. I did not do the job, but she got a value. I told her what you needed is just an e-flyer. Run it and don't even do too much. Look out for those already existing customers, because listen, you want to introduce something to them. Let them be the foundation base that you are building this thing on before you let it out, so that you get their feedback on it, because you are still testing the ground. Do you know, we didn't let her do the flex banners, the flyers that she wanted us to print. You understand? To a normal person is a loss, but to me, I'm building trust.
I understand. But don't you think by not showing your work a lot on social media, you're losing customers?
I am losing a lot.
That's the
Yes, but what I wanted to put out there is
But you
before. Yes, I should. What I wanted to
We
put
need to
out
sit
there,
after this.
actually. So what I wanted to do
Yes,
first
please.
is, don't just be eager to shoot yourself out.
without having
Ensure
a substance
that your
to
house
be right.
is in order.
I like the
Okay.
approach.
You understand?
I think I
like the
understand
approach.
what
I
you
understand.
So that's what,
too.
ensure that your
I like the
house is
approach.
in order. Because if I shoot out what I do excellent work.
Not to cut you short, you said you've been in this business for
1
a
year.
year. 1
That's
year.
Nazemba?
The Nazem, yes.
Yes. But I've
1
been
year
doing
is
the- I've
enough
been
for you to
doing-
build that trust
Okay.
online. Yeah, it's enough for you to build that trust online. And trust me, there are so many online channels that you can be on right now and attract customers.
No,
You
we
don't
are on
have to
Facebook,
wait.
we're on
You don't
Instagram,
have- no,
we are-
you don't
Okay,
have
let's
to
end
wait.
the conversation. We'll take this behind the scene, because
All right.
as interesting as it is, talking about you can't cover it all in one day. That
Yeah,
is
true.
just something.
That's true.
And for us, we have that time constraint. As I've really learned, for me, as someone who is also trying to build a business, I've learned just by sitting here. And there are certain things that I think I will go back home to and start correcting.
That's
And I am
good.
sure for everybody who had listened, we've picked one or two. So personally, I think you should talk about the MAB Academy, because it's something for me. I'm already thinking about it. So just briefly
Yeah.
talk about
Oh,
MAB Academy.
Yeah, basically, so MAP Academy, like I said earlier, we teach women entrepreneurs and stay-at-home moms how to make money online on social media from what they do and what they sell. So, for example, if you're a business owner, we have business related courses that you can take, and we have coaching programs related to business. And if you want to go into, like, say, digital skills, make money from digital skills, because right now,
The world is
exactly,
digital.
the world is digital and money is online. So there are so many ways that you can make money online as a stay-at-home mom, or as a small business, or aside from you selling physical products or doing retailing and all that.
Okay.
So we have digital skills courses on how you can make money from, say, AI, from digital products, social media management, social media marketing, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should.
I think before we
to-
go, I want to
Yes.
highlight something, please.
Okay.
There is something that we didn't actually bring to light. Business itself. You understand? I think we started from, you understand? And I want to point out this, that whatever is the reason why you start a business, that's what will carry you through in your journey through business.
Wow.
So if you carry your business, if you started a business because you want to put food on the table, you understand, you'll be having that daily bread supplied to you. But if you build your business because you want to contribute to humanity, you understand,
different
that is
ballgame.
when your perception, a lot of things will open up for you. You understand? So, and that's why, you know, before we started the shoot, I told you that I have an organization, business and beyond consulting, and that's what we try to do, to help people structure their business, to help people build a business that lasts beyond, beyond them. You understand? So
Building to last, like
Yeah.
sustainability
something
in
like
business.
that.
That is, I think today you will totally agree with me that a lot has been dished out, and for every business owner out there, either you're already running a business, you're just trying to start, there are certain things that are key that you have to look out for. And for me, one of the major things I can draw is you're not building for perfection. There is a place to start and get your values right. Learn, there are certain things that it is key for you to learn how to relate. Your communication skill as a business person is very important.
Right.
And also when you want to go online, have a reason why you're doing it. Don't just go there for virality. You should have a good reason. Yes, thank you. That is all we can take in today's episode. For more interesting and engaging conversation like this, kindly like, subscribe, and tune in our next episode. Thank you.